Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to the Starcraft English commentary. Let's continue on with the final set, and Mini is looking pissed as usual. It looks like he needs to get out of these games as soon as possible and go and take a piss or something like that. Um, Round of 24, Group C of ASL S20, Mini versus Ssak. What can we expect from this game? Ssak, is he a strong versus Terran player? Excuse me, various versus Protoss player? We shall see. But for now, let's cover the basics. First of all, this map that has been agreed upon by both of these players is called. Oh, the girl on the left side is really cute, and that dude is sleeping. We've had our shares of sleeping audiences before. We've seen many people yawning, sleeping, scratching, picking their nose and so forth. That a guy. What is this Fiesta Bowl Championship? Any of you in the crowd who is also watching my stream or my cast, please let me know in the comments. I'd be very interested to see if you're actually both in Korea and on YouTube. Anyways, PVT. Here are the win rates for Terran players. So Polestar is 54.4% win rate. It's not bad for Mini because it could be worse. It could be Litmus. It could be knockouts. So anyways, let's see how these players are going to be performing. Mini comes out with an early scout after Gateway. He, of course, is slightly the better player here, so he want to be completely safe against any kind of crazy shenanigans that Ssak might be pulling off. We have not seen any crazy rushes, no 4-pool, no, barracks, supply depot barracks, no double gateway in the center of the map. We've not seen it. But of course, do not rule out that possibility. Everything is possible in StarCraft, especially when the difference in skill between two players are really large. There's a lot of incentive by both players actually to go for this kind of rush. We've never, expect a stronger player to go for rush, but sometimes the strong players do go for rushes precisely for the fact that the weaker player doesn't anticipate it, and he might go for some early economy just to compensate for the skill difference. I digress. Back to this game. What do we think? Probe finally will go towards the bottom right, and Mini will not find anything there. Once again, a friendly reminder: please do not spoil the game with your comments. Make a lot of comments. That would be very, very nice because it will, you're here. You might as well make a comment, right? I mean, you need to be multitasking somehow. And that will also, be a nice way to actually push down the spoiling comments. So if you see a spoiling comment, you should actually thumbs it down so that it kind of drops in the ranking. Anyways, maybe before we get into the specifics, let's cover the ELO stats once again for these players to see where they stand respectively. So I guess Ssak ELO score is 1244, Mini is 1301. As a slight, skill difference, but not by much. And the win rates in the last 30 days, we are seeing Ssak against Protoss is 57% out of 30 games, and Mini against Terran is 62%. So Mini is considerably better in both absolute ELO scores and current performance in the last 30 days. Let's see. Mini has finally finished his scout, and I guess he's going to be going for his expansion soon. As for Ssak, he's also getting ready to take his expansion. He might build a bunker first. No, he doesn't go for a bunker. This is kind of ambitious because the Dragoon is already across the map here. Mini would take his expansion, and it all comes down to micro. We've seen in that game between Bisu and Speed, where Bisu basically cleans out the floor with 2 Dragoons, and he, oh my god, misclick by the Dragoons! Every single move, every single hit, every single typing key on your keyboard makes a difference. Do not misclick, especially when you don't have anything to worry about. And that misclick has forced Mini to pull his Dragoons back to defend for this Vulture Rasmus. I think now he sees it. So he's going to chase this Vulture, and he might actually move the second Dragoon now. At the moment he's got a third Dragoon, it's safe to move it out and try to cover. But looks like this Dragoon is going to take some hits. 20 out of 80 HP. The Marines are damaged but not fully destroyed. This is going to be a Dark Templar rush. This build is very risky for Mini to execute. There's a lot of potential for Ssak to deflect it. He just needs to plant the mines in the right location at the right timing. This Vulture is not able to see the expansion. It's very damaged. Can Mini come around with a second Dragoon to try to trap it? Not able to do so. Anyways, these Dragoons will need to come out. 8 Dragoon range is underway. This will be very unsuspecting for Ssak here. Templar Archive will come down. We will have the second gateway. Looks like Mini is getting ready. He puts down his second gateway. Then he puts down the Templar Archive. The rush is officially underway. Dragoons will need to show their Dragoon range as soon as possible to make it look very, very natural that this is a... Oh my god, another Vulture move across the map. These Dragoons will try to attack against the bunker. Now we will have 2 Vultures on this map. We have 2 Vultures on the map. This vulture might be getting ready to lay the mines, and I think the mines have been laid. So I think Mini know that there's some mines here. He need to make sure that he clears them out before the Dark Templar moves there. He's gonna do some moving shot, nice, and he gets 2 out of the 3 mines destroyed, which means the middle path is completely cleared. There's a second vulture return, and that's gonna be laying some more mines. Templar Archive completes here. This second vulture has laid 2-3 more mines, and I think Ssak has smelled something. He's like, yo, what up, dude? Why are you making a lot of efforts to try to clear my mines? Clear my mines, not clear my mind. Anyways, there's gonna be more replacement dragoons, and then the tank is out. Can these dragoons walk back safely? There are a lot of mines that's gonna try to go and attack the tank. This is very usual. You know, if you're gonna be going for robo, this is something that you want to do. You want to actually damage the tank so that the Reaver can take some great shots. Anyways, behind this, there's gonna be an attempt by Mini to expand. It completely gets shut down by the vulture. Maybe this is not even an attempt to expand. He just do it instinctively to actually you know, try to show to the enemy that he's expanding. One vulture gets sniped. One vulture gets sniped. There are 3 mines. Where is turret? I think it's underway. Okay, 1 mine is gonna eat up. The dragoon is gonna try to cut, and now Mini knows exactly where the 3 mines are located. He will skip it. Where are the turrets? I think they're gonna come up right now. Behind this, it's not fast enough. The Dark Templar has arrived. The dragoons will walk right to go for the tank. Go for the tank. One tank gets trapped. He gets the SCVs. What? Whoa, looks like one tank. No, the tank is still alive. Go for the tank. One turret will fall. Go for the damage tanks. He's gonna try to get on high ground. I guess he will not go on high ground. There's another unit is gonna come out. We had a mine drag there. He needs to get those mine destroyed. Oh my god, he eats yet another mine drag. But there's gonna be enough chance to actually destroy this turret, I believe. Another Dark Templar walks through the tank. Is gonna try to go for a counter attack. I'm not sure if it's gonna be successful or not. This Dark Templar has got pushed back. He's gonna have to clear all of the turrets. He gets trapped. And the Dark Templars need to go for the tanks. The tanks will almost be destroyed. Go for the tank. What are you doing? Attack the tank. He gets 1 tank. The other tank will be falling very, very quickly. The bunker is providing some nice vision, though. He will try to get on the high ground, but he will eat the first mine. What the heck? How did that mine get destroyed? He gets a second mine, but now there's some turrets. He cannot out-micro the vultures. Where is he trying to go? He's going to go and hide on the north side. Not a bad idea. But he's expanded behind it, so the game will stabilize. I guess there's going to be no chance for Mini to go for quick. He's going to be going for Robo now. This Dark Templar is going to be going for the supply depot. Not a bad idea. Vulture will try to lay some mines in those areas. And the game will go on from here, but behind this, how much damage has been done? Let's do a quick damage assessment. There's going to be a Dragoon coming out. He will try to get that turret. Not successfully so. I think the turret might not fall. No, the turret, it will fall. Another turret is not destroyed. Mini has dedicated so much effort to try to clear that turret. He has lost so much. And now, can he come back? I guess if he was on even supply before, he's going to be behind now. Unless that rush into arbiters will pay off. I'm not so sure. Now we're going to be having massive vultures coming out. And Mini's got 2 Dragoons. He's got 2 Dragoons remaining. And this is Mini for you. If you want to summarize Mini playstyle, it is either I win in a victorious, convincing, and kick-ass manner, or I just lose in a very humiliating and shameful and completely facepalm manner. And I guess now the Vulture's gonna see that there's a quick expansion. The probes are getting transferred. There's a single Dragoon to spot them. A weak Vulture, it takes some hit, but not yet fully destroyed. It's gonna back up. Ssak 54 supply, Mini 64 supply. So I get the game will stabilize. We're seeing Starport. Is that Starport for dropship play, or is it for is it actually for science vessels? And actually, Mini is not rushing to Stargate. He is actually taking his expansion, and behind it, I don't see the Stargate anywhere. So I could suspect that Mini is going to be switching into, once again, the new style of Shadow and High Templars, because his Templar Archive is underway. And of course, maybe Templar Archive upgrade is also being researched right now. Looks like a scan by Ssak to see that there's no Stargate. He just counted a number of gateways inside of Mini's main base. And Vultures once again running around. You see how comfortable Ssak is with Vultures. Vultures is Sak's most favorite unit. Against Zerg, against Terran, against Protoss, whatever. He cannot live with them. He cannot live without them Vultures. Anyways, okay, this bottom top right base got nothing. A single probe just moving around, planting some pylons. His Vulture's wondering, where's the probe? I don't see it. He will try to go and check more, and if he doesn't see anything at this 230 position, he might keep on going, but looks like the Vultures will be returning out. Observers are out, and Mini will have a slight map control. Okay, this is going to be a drop attempt here. The Observer is not spotting it just yet. Where's the tank? I think there's a tank somewhere. But this dropship is going to be quite devastating. What does Mini have inside of his main base? I am not seeing anything that could actually be used to stop this. And he will be busy on the front. He's returning, so his APM will be dedicated fully to counter this drop. He has seen it. He's got to return fast. Only a single vulture here. Need to actually get more dragoons inside of the main base. Hydrals come up, but very, very lucky they're not destroyed. And these vultures have been laid in the right locations here to do a lot of damage. He will pick up the vulture the moment the Zealots start to attack. And this is, of course, just buying some time, and dragoons finally arrive. Can this dropship go into the third base? That's the question. Dragoons are trying to do the moving shots, but not able to completely get the dropship. The dropship is still alive, and this vulture will still do more shots. Do we have another drop? No, I think that is going to be the end of this vulture harassment. 4 kills without vultures. The dropship have died, and Mini is going to stabilize once again. Mini has allowed his minerals to float up to 1,000. Very, very typical Mini. He's not an economist. He's not, what is it? Some kind of production planner or production manager. He is just a freaking badass warrior. That's it. 4 high template loading up with their energies. And if Ssak allows the game to go on for so long, Mini will just win, because Mini is so good with his shuttle and high temperatures and all of that. And if he gets into shuttle with speed, it's going to be worse. But one good thing for Ssak is that to get into shuttle with speed, Mini will have to invest into the robotic support bay, which we are not seeing right now. Anyways, this vulture will kill a probe, but that's going to be the end of this. And let's see what is going to be the next part of the game. Ssak is not in a hurry to move out. He want to wait for the +1 to upgrade, and he's going to take an expansion as well. He's going to expand towards the 6 o'clock position, because now he sees that Mini's got his 4 high templates. Any foolish attempt to try to break out will just end in instant death. Painful and stretch out agony here. Looks like Ssak comes out with some vultures, and he's very, very lucky that he's still able to roam around with his vultures. Mini's trying to catch them. He's sending some forces on the 2 sides here. He catches some of these vultures. 1 high template gets sniped right away. Very, very smart. Probe's gonna have to pull back, and looks like Ssak has located the probes. He gets 2 probes killed right away. He might get more, or he might not. Anyways, Dragoon's able to trap some of these vultures. And more probe will fall. Look at all of these probes failing. Very, very unfortunate for Mini to lose. I mean, it's very, very typical sight. Mini losing probes is not new. It's something that we've seen over and over again. But anyways, he still win the game. Okay, we have 2 Zealot in the main base not being utilized. I hope Mini will eventually find it and take them out. Anyways, +1 weapon, +1 armor on the Terran upgrades. Protoss has got 0 upgrades. This is not very good for Mini, but let's hope that the high template will be the equalizing factor here. We're going to be having raids. I guess the main point is to snipe the shuttle, but I think this is an overcommitment, because Mini is not going for shuttle with speed, and he doesn't have second robotics. I don't think Mini will actually invest in this kind of shuttle. He will invest a little bit, but he will not invest much. Going for double raid is a little bit of an overkill. Now the high template getting sniped. Oh my god. And those vultures once again are still alive. These high templates will be hiding in the back here. And no upgrades whatsoever. There's going to be another expansion going up on this right side. We have a Dragoon blocking the ramp, so I guess those vultures get pushed back. Mini is waiting patiently to see, okay, this is just a Zealot. And Mini is forced to send some Dragoons to this side to take care of the vultures. And I guess these times are feeling confident enough to move out. Keep in mind that it's still not yet possible for Ssak to expand. In order to expand, he needs to cover this high ground sufficiently here. More vultures coming out. Ssak just doesn't stop sending vultures out. I love this play, but of course you gotta be careful, because sending your vultures out is a double-edged sword. You will have fewer vultures to defend against the Dragoon's attack here, but for now I think Ssak has got enough. What are these? 5, 6 vultures that could attack against various locations. This 11:30 position could be under siege. This 12 o'clock position, I think it's got enough cannons. Okay, a nice mine explosion. These vultures decided that returning might be the better idea here. But they're not yet fully utilized. And looks like at the last minute, Mini will allow the enemy to expand. He would not have anything to say about that. Vultures going towards the top right. There's going to be some nice attack. Where's the shuttle? There they are. There's going to be some crazy storm. The science vessels would actually start this. There's going to be a storm on 3 tanks. Good shot that hit all of the 3 tanks, but not able to finish up the battles. I guess now he will come out and finish off the rest of the forces. He could actually cast more storm. Where's the shuttle? He could actually place all of those high temperatures inside. Vultures harassing against the top, the top right base. I think finally the cannons will come up, and these vultures will fall. Mini is actually not microing his forces fast enough. He can actually attack against the high ground right now with his shuttle. This is a slow shuttle. He will do some Zealot dropping, and finally he will catch a great storm. Not against a tank with a D-Matrix. That's a bad idea. Go for these other tanks. There's going to be a mine drag if Mini's actually paying attention, but at the last minute he's going to pull his Zealot back, and the game will go on for these Dragoons actually buying time. And look at Mini's money. Very typically Mini. He's like, look at his probe saturation. He's got terrible probe saturation. His 12 o'clock base has got like 6 probes. I mean, it's so typical of him. He's got 2,000 minerals in the bank. He doesn't have any probes in the 5th base. He's got some Zelle stuck inside the minerals of his main base. I mean, this is somebody who used to win an ASL, guys. But somehow he still wins because I guess he just has different kind of priorities. Anyway, Ssak with 132 supply, Mini with 152. I mean, let's have a bet. By the time this game finishes, will Mini finally move the Zealot from his main base? The ones that are near his expansion. That is the first question. Will he move the Zealot at the 12 o'clock position? And we will actually send more probes towards the 12 o'clock position. That is the bet I want to have with you. I'm gonna bet that Mini will lose this game, and he will not move those Zealots even by the time he finished the game. But anyways, he's doing some crazy storm. Need to storm the Wraith maybe. He picks up a high tempo. He's gonna storm more. Not bad. He's gonna try to go inside the main. There are a lot of SCVs here. Oh my god, the Shadow's gonna land something, and it's got full of energy. I guess I've spoken too soon. Another storm. That just damages something, and now the Shadow is going to be gone here. But look at Ssak's supply. I guess Mini just doesn't think like a human. He thinks like a machine. The things that are to us important are not at all relevant to him. He finally moved his Zealot in his main base. I'm sorry, I've doubted Mini's ability to move Zealot, to spot and move random Zealots around. I guess he knows how to micro his Zealots. What? But this base is a 12 o'clock position, is still having 6 probes and 1 Zealot just staring at each other. It's going to be another mice attack, and Mini is so chaotic. Master of chaos is what I like to call him, but he would defeat Ssak for sure. But can he defeat against stronger players with this kind of playstyle? I doubt it. Can he defeat Light? Can he defeat Rush? Can he defeat, I don't know who else, maybe Royo. Maybe Royo is still okay for Mini, but anyways, looks like the Dragoons are going to have to expand themselves now because the tank count is very deep at the last bit. Mini's going to back up. And supply-wise, 150 for Mini, 104 for Ssak. Mini Shadow Speed finally completes this brand new base, comes up without Mini knowing about it. Very unfortunate, but Mini's got Observatory with speed. He's got Shadow. He possibly have a second Robotic somewhere on this map. So we shall see. Yeah, he's got a lot of flying objects around, man. Unidentified flying objects. He might even take this base here at the 3 o'clock position. That would be not surprising because he's got so much map control. Ssak's signature move still underway, still sending vultures around, looking for openings. He might finally come out here and finally snipe those idle probes and idle Zealot because they need to be used. There they are. Finally, the Zealot will be activated, kind of by accident. And maybe Mini will realize that he's got 4 probes in that base. I don't know. Anyways, the game is still on. Mini is having some random probes in random locations, but he finally will attack against his base. Got 4 Shadow. This could be a dead drop. Look at the way that Mini's gonna strike. He will come from the right to the left side. He will drop 1 or 2 Zealot. A high templar. He's gonna drop more. The expansion is gonna drop more. The Reds can see it, but they cannot actually spot. The Zealot have been landed. He doesn't want to land too much. Just a single high templar is enough. Yes. That is a terrible storm. He's gonna storm more. You need to pick up one of his items. He's gonna try to go in once again with what? He's dropping. He will hit the Goliaths. That is the second terrible storm. The tank on the low ground will actually attack. This base will fall though. Looks like Ssak is not paying attention. So I guess Mini's craziness has worked. The command center will fall very quickly. Actually, the current commentator was too slow for Mini. Mini was even faster than all of us. And the moment that the commentator has spotted this, the command center has already started to burn already. Anyways, 172 supply for Mini, Ssak 129. And that drop was nice, but it's not sufficient. The next push will determine the outcome of this game. It would really be a testament to whether Mini is a real pro or is it just a fake pro. Looks like these tanks might get themselves trapped, but keep in mind that Mini's shadows have largely been used. His high tempers have largely been... Finally, we have a Reaver. Wow. Late game Reaver play. I love it. This kind of play style is so exhilarating to watch, and Mini's going to start to make a lot of gateways. And look at this. Once again, idle probes everywhere. Everywhere. Idle probes for the win. Mini, my friend. He's just so reckless. Anyways, these tanks are moving into dangerous territories. If they move too fast and siege too close to each other, Mini would toast them all. We're looking for the next battle of the game here. Where are the other shadows? I think Mini's got like 4 more shadows somewhere on this map. He's not revealing them. The tanks are moving towards the bot. This seems to be the top right. And Mini will actually intercept. Mini's maxed out. I think Mini doesn't have any upgrades. His upgrades are still 0. I don't know how that works because his upgrades are still 2 flat zeros. But he will cast some great storm, great first storm, nice D matrix just to buy some time. Another storm on those tanks to clear them out. Meaning you have to back up there because Dragoons are so weak against his nice tank firepower. Look at how fast the Dragoons have melted. You need to make Zealot. Not so many Dragoons, just make Zealot. Zealots are a lot better. There they are. They are the bulk of his shadows. And I would just say pick up your double reavers, pick up your 5 or 6 Zealot, and just bomb the hell out of Sak's main base. Don't even bother defending this attack here. You can lose a low ground, just cede it towards your enemy, and try to force the Terran player to come back. And the upgrades are still 0 for Mini. We saw the forge spinning, but we are not seeing any kind of upgrades. Mini 2,000 minerals is gonna try to drop some Zealot, and this is a mistake. He dropped a Reaver first, not really what you're gonna have. He picks up a Reaver though. He will attack 2 more tanks. That's a nice Reaver shot. He will attack against those 2 tanks again, and they will get destroyed. 1D matrix. The Dragoons will have to pull back. Mini have traded very nicely in that engagement, and there are only 6 tanks remaining from this group. They're very upgraded, but I'm not so sure the probes are forced to go on the high ground. Mini will be glad to trade this low ground base with some kind of nice trades with the armies here. We try to hold this high ground with some Dragoons. Zealot need to pay attention. What is Mini's plan here? Because Ssak is still running on 3 bases. He has got no plan to expand right now. I think the massive shadow coming through the middle will be the testament as to what is going to be the next part of the game here. More tanks reinforcing. Looks like Sak's decided, I'm going to return. This is a smart move. Way too often we see a Terran player overcommit and then lose all of the forces trying to force on the high ground, but Mini is not going to actually enjoy that. Sak has decided, no, I don't have enough to attack. I will return. I will try to regroup my forces for the next battles. I know my upgrades are much better. 5 shadows flying around for Mini. Sak will regroup all of his forces here, and the floating command center towards his base. I think we have a spotting observers here. I'm not so sure if we can actually see that, but Mini is gonna have to be very careful. The forge are still spinning. I think now the Protoss got +1. Yeah, finally +1 comes online, whereas the Terran player is almost maxed out 3-3. And now Sak is gonna try to hold his side of the map because he is anticipating a counter attack from Mini. Mini is gonna re-expand towards his base. He lost some probes in the process, but not much. And this command center is gonna land. Where's observer to spot it? Mini not in the right location to see this. He's gonna try to engage on this right side. There is another command center, so I think Sak is double expanded. This is sometimes what the Terran player likes to do. He double expand, he expands naturally, and he goes for a floating command center, hoping that one of the bases will not be spotted by the Protoss player. Anyways, the 5 shadow come through. He's gonna try to be very good. One shadow getting sniped right away, but more shadow dropping. But the Goliaths are trying to have a nice target fighter. Mini has lost most of his shadow, but he's gonna land some Zelle on this other side of the map. What is he landing? At the last minute, he's got nothing, and all the shadow will have to be remade. And that was a terrible trade for Mini. And now Sak has got 2 brand new command centers that will be very nicely saturated, and Mini is gonna have to play better. He had a chance. I mean, he's allowing this base to go up. He's not seeing it with his observer. The observer is right here. Maybe he doesn't know that the enemy would float the command center over, but that was a reality. And now Mini is gonna try to re-expand. He need to also send some probes to his base. Mini his money count is moving down very slowly. He's largely mined out in all of the bases that matters. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point Sak will push against the top right, where most of minerals intake are located, and Mini will be losing that base. He needs to be smarter. You know, don't engage head-on. Split your shadows around, because now you have double robotics. Make one shadow fly here, make one shadow fly there, and do another one of those right to left, you know, flight formation. That was very nice. Anyways, looks like Sak decided, I smell blood. I will attack, but now Mini comes through with double Reaver. Not bad. He will get some SCVs. No, he gets nothing. That's very unfortunate. He will actually attack against the command center, but this base will be allowed to live. Mini will he fly the shadow towards the main base? No, he doesn't do that. He need to send some of his probes towards the brand new base. We're gonna be having a nice shadow coming towards the bottom right here. And there are some mines to spot. Vultures coming to this base has got nothing. Once again, I think Sak has overestimated Mini's ability to saturate his bases. Mini is not good with base saturation. It's not his core skill. His core competence is dropping, attacking, no, not really defending. He's not even that good at defending. His main competence is dropping. That's it. He drops stuff like crazy. Good vultures attacking here, and he's going to be able to save all his high templars, and he's going to be hiding in the corner once again. That Archon need to be dealt with very soon. And Mini, his 3 bases is up, but his probes are actually not mining in those bases, right? This base at the 1 o'clock, I doubt he will have minerals. He will have probes there in the next 1 minute. Anyways, tanks are unsieged. This is terrible move out timing here for Sak. He's losing several tanks. Mini is going to have retreat though. He should have sacked some of those Zealots to actually kill off those tanks. Anyways, the game is still going on. This high table is going to be able to actually wait for more time to attack. SC is going to get retransferred, and Mini will attack against this. What is this? 430 position. More shadows flying through. Mini is doing what he's doing best, which is this massive shadow flying around. This is exactly what you need to do. Don't do any kind of army attacks. The shadows have arrived. He's going to provide vision to this base. He would drop what? Zealot. He would drop a Zealot just to create confusion. He will go good storms. The SCVs are not moving once again. Mini has overestimated Sak's ability to move his SCVs, and he's gonna hide here in the corner. And I guess Sak, we need to actually do a big attack right now. One shadow comes through. This shadow's got 2 high temperatures. Great storms to eat some of the Goliaths and SCVs. These tanks in the middle need to be utilized at some point in the future. This base will burn down. Oh my god, if Sak loses his base to the Archon, it's gonna be disastrous. What is his reaction? He will go for the attack, but it's gonna be slightly difficult. He cannot rush. Do not rush your attack, man. Anyways, this Archon will get picked up, and he will hide in the corner once again. The next time any kind of SCVs move there, he will land his Archon. During this time, Sak need to actually make some raids. And I think he had some raids before. I'm not so sure if it's there anymore. Anyways, the Shadow can fly in once again. He's got an Archon. Let's pay attention to that. Shadow and the Archon in the corner. There's gonna be some small engagement. This base will get destroyed. Nice storms to get all of these SCVs destroyed. The Archon need to go to work on the Command Center. Another attack on his side. This Command Center is very close to dying here, and we're going to be having a base trade. Mini is slow to move his probes around. He doesn't have any cannons. He's got 4,800 minerals. Mini doesn't freaking care about economy. He cares about just showing the best Starcraft manship ever. Anyways, there's going to be some Zealot dropping. Amazing feast for the eyes to watch. Who cares about probes? Who cares about mining? Who cares about upgrades? We just care about, getting the most pixels exploding on screen as much as possible. Anyways, this Nexus, will it fall? If it falls, that's going to be very, very devastating. There's going to be some nice... Mini is trying to expand here. This is very, very risky for him. But... anyways, the game is still gone. These tanks are trying to come out, and Mini's gonna hide in the corner. He's got more shadow dropping. Where's he going? He would drop here. He drops a Zealot. He drops a Hideout. He's got a Storm on the bridge. Good attack here. Those SCVs are so damaged. More Storm on the Goliaths in the tank. More Storm. He's gonna lose his shadow, but he's exploited this vulnerability beautifully. More Protoss coming to the middle area. Ssak is down to 100 supply. BD 177. Ssak has lost a command center, so Ssak is down to having just 4 bases. Mini has 5 bases. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases. The Archon need to go to work. This 6 o'clock position is under siege. Nice mine explosion. The Archon need to wake up from his slumber. Now or never. He clears the minefield. The Archon, come on, go to work. Looks like Mini has destroyed Sak's 2 command centers by sheer madness, by sheer, chaotic behavior. And down the command center. Will it burn down? I guess not. It will survive. No, it started to be in the red already. Dragoons are attacking. What is going to be Sak's plan? Mini down to 1,300 minerals, but Sak is down to 100 minerals. Sak's heavily upgraded tanks are returning. Why? Go and kill bases. You cannot just let Mini win by sitting at home. Anyways, I guess the time we decide to go somewhere. There's massive vultures coming out to actually clear out these paths. And Mini once again flying around with a lot of Francis. Mini max. Also, I guess the game is ending now. Sak had a good chance to win if he had built more turrets, more mines, and maybe micro his SV a lot better. He would have been able to win here, but now it's gonna be impossible. Mini maxed out. I guess Sak's best bet is to try to strike this top right. If he can take out 2 bases and somehow float another command center to the 9 o'clock position, he might be able to come back here. But for now, Sak is just sitting at home like a turtle in the shell, just moving his tanks and Goliaths aimlessly around, not having a clear goal in mind, sniping observers, and just doing nothing. Much ado about anything at all. Anyways, Dragoon's getting sniped is a good touch here, but it doesn't change the fact that he's on the losing side. His mineral count is moving up very, very slowly, and Mini will move out. Mini has expanded once again to his 7 bases. He has got his 8 bases up. There's gonna be another engagement, but no, you cannot blame Sak. He cannot over attack. If he attacks too fast, he will eat too much storms. Zealot walking through here, not enough vultures to cover, but I guess these tanks line will be secured, so that's fine. There's gonna be a great storm. A Hydra will get sniped here, but Mini will be fine. He will attack once again. He can snipe this floating command center. Looks like we have a command center moving towards the center. Why? Mini comes to, and any kind of reinforcement from the north side will eat a lot of storm. What is he doing with his Zealot? He's gonna drop some Zealot. He's waiting for the time for the north side to land themselves, to be in siege mode. It's gonna be some crazy mine explosion where the shadow they're gonna be coming. It's gonna be fight a battle game. Zelle, high Dragoons attacking. It's gonna be some storm. One storm on those tanks. Juicy storms in the middle on the left side. It looks like in the last minute, it looks like Sak's gonna be losing all of his forces. It's gonna be the final battle. That's right. Hybrid casting several storm. The Archon doing some nice work, but Dragoons are falling back. Looks like Mini's army was not enough to penetrate because he doesn't have good upgrades. The Terran player has much better upgrade. Where's the floating commander? It was around here somewhere, but I'm not able to see it anymore. And Mini's got bases, but keep in mind they're not saturated. Sak's money is moving up very, very slowly, but Mini also is in fear of losing some of his bases. There's going to be an attack on this. It looks like Sak decided to move towards the top right to try to snipe bases. We have a single shuttle, but it's not allowed to do anything at all. What is going to be the next plan here? This is a massive tank force. There's a lot of cannons. There's a burning pylon. The shuttle's going to be very, very careful. It's going to land something. He might do some splash. I mean, we might wait for the tank shot to actually attack the cannons here. More shuttles moving, and there's not enough Goliath. That's going to be a nice splash party here. Splash by the pool. Good attack. Those tanks have been bruised from before, so they will fall very, very quickly. Good storms and Mini have cleared out largely most of these tanks. Some tanks are able to escape home, just like Napoleon's forces from the war with the Russian forces. I mean, you do not underestimate your ability to lose because you overcommit and you oversupply yourself. You stretch your supply line way, way too thin. Anyways, I guess Sak will lose now, right? Unless any surprises are in the way. Mini is so unpredictable that even when he's in a completely winning position, you might still see him lose the game. Anyways, my question is that is Mini still upgrading the Forge? Because 31 minutes and his upgrades are crap. His upgrades are so bad. It's like a guy who has not gone to the gym or doing that any exercises for like 20 years. That's how bad the Dragoons are. But now they have +1 armor. Finally +1 armor on the Dragoons. That's going to be an engagement. Engagement. Looks like the vultures are looking for the high temperatures, but not able to see any kind of strikeable target. And I guess what is going to be the next thing here? An observer getting sniped very, very beautifully. By the way, this entire game, if you've noticed, you have not seen any ads. This is my conscious attempt to keep the videos uninterrupted for you. So if you enjoy this experience, you know, if you're rich, if you're not rich, you know, forget it, because I have a lot of poor audience. I know I'm poor myself. That Zealot still has not moved from that area. It's gonna be the nice doom drop here. Good storm on the tank, on the SCVs. Good attack. He gets some of the tank. He's gonna get all of these tanks destroyed. It's gonna be the final battle. What on the Matrix tank saves the day? No. Zealots are crawling everywhere. Looks like these Zealots are trying to be buying time. We might have a mine drag onto those units here. And yeah, I guess this drop has been cleared up, and Mini is winning the battle on the right-hand hemisphere as well. He's pushed these vultures back. This command center has okay. There's a mine. I think there was a mine drag on those tanks. I'm not so sure, but it was off screen. Anyways, his base has gonna re-land it, so I guess Sak has some mineral, you know, being mined there. The vultures need to catch up with his forces. The Hydra need to cast a storm. Mini has lost his Hydra, but he's got Dragoons on the high ground. More Hydras will lose their lives here. Zealots are trying to go to work. Dragoons will clear this command center. Just go for the SCs. Don't go for the command center. Sak has GG'd, and Mini has followed the footsteps of Soma, and he's got to take it in the round of 16. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, bye. My coffee means it's going to be in the description. Bye bye.